Hello, well those of you that have watched some of my earlier videos may remember that I said I was going to rip this one to pieces and make some major changes. Well, after a lot of thought, I thought no, I'm not going to tackle that. I'm just going to make what I've got a little bit better and make some improvements, and this is the first of the videos showing some of the improvements that I'm going to make, or making. So I hope you enjoy. This is a follow-on from my videos when I was building the harbour, and you can see that the water, although it's probably the right colour, it's got no life to it, so I'm going to try and put some life into it. Well, I'm going to leave the boats where they are at the moment, although they're not glued down or fixed down, and I'm going to try to put the life into it using a yacht varnish. Now, whether it will work or not, I don't know, but we'll give it a try. I'm sure there are going to be those who say, oh, you should be using Mod Podge, but since I don't particularly want to journey into town today, so I'm going to try this way first and see what happens. Little ripples on the water. It'll probably take quite some time to dry this, but that doesn't matter. Oh, whilst I'm waiting for that varnish to dry, I'm going to put a little bit of life, or try to, into this area here. And I'm going to do that by, first of all, drawing some lines along it to represent the edge of the slabs of concrete. To move you, mate. And then we can put a little line along there, and then mark that off. Like that. And now we'll put some lines on to represent the slabs, and a few broken ones. We have got some lines on there, and where it's broken off at the corners. A few cracks. Okay, so enough cracks, I think. And now, with a very wet wash, I'm going to use some of this sample colour paint, a light coloured one and a very dark one, and I'm going to put a drop of water in there. Right, now I'm going to take the two paints and lots and lots of water, a little bit of this. I'll basically look this up in there. A little bit of that. Right, that should be okay. I'll just make it, give it a few highlights. Right, now I'm going to try with a much bigger brush. That looks a little more natural. And put the little boats back, little dinghies. When I'm happy with the position of them, I'll glue them down so that I don't have to lift them off every time. On the rowing boat. And then we've got this R&I Land Rover with a rib or a trailer behind it, and then we've got the R&I lorry. It goes over there like that. So I'm going to put this one back now. So there we have it. It just looks a little bit better. Maybe a bit more along that. Yeah, one of the other things that I've done since I last filmed this is put these tyres against the wharf there, and I've got some more to go down the other end. I've managed to get a little bit of texture into the water with that varnish, which is now dried off, and the next job I'm going to do is over in that corner there. I think we ought to have a porter cabin, so I'm going to make one. And to do that, I've raided my cardboard box supply, and I found this piece of card which I think will do nicely. I've cut the length off that I need for the sides, and I've scored a little bit here. I've got a bit more scoring to do. The end I've made 35mm wide, so I'll just mark this off here at 35 and 35. There we are. Score that. And then I shall need a little bit to act as a tab, so we'll do another score there like that. Oh, let's see. So I've got, oh silly man, I've only got one side, haven't I? So that was 80 long, so that's 80 along there, and now we can put the tab score on about there. I need to cut that a bit longer there. Oh, now that should be, I'm going to cut this off here. That should be the building, and then just angle the tab off. That's okay. Now, see if these screws work. So there we have the sides and the ends of the porter cabin. Now I think it'd be better to paint this and put the windows on, because I'm not going to cut the windows out. I'm going to just do them with black ink. So we need to get the colour right for the porta cabin first, and then I can put the windows, just mark them on afterwards with the black pen. Well, I found a colour in my paint supply which is more or less right, I suppose, for a porta cabin. So we'll just get this painted up, and then when that's dry I can mark the windows and the doors on. Well, the paint's dried. I'm now going to draw a line for the top of the windows using a very, very sharp pencil, and then the bottom of the windows would be about there, I guess. Right, we want a door in one side, so we'll make the door one end line like this. Right, I'm just going to use a black tip pen now to paint the windows in. I think the door would have an aluminium frame, so I'm going to do that with a white one. And the same with the windows, would have an aluminium frame. Just let that dry off, and whilst that's drying off, I'll cut a piece, two pieces for the floor and the roof. So I'm going to make these windows top opening. So I just draw another line along there. I'll do that. Now I think we're ready to get the body of the thing made, and for that we'll use this card glue here on the tab. So we just bend where I had already scored, like that, and bend the tab in, get some glue on the tab, and glue that like that. So let that go off. Well, I've changed my mind about the roof and the floor. I'm going to use a piece of fairly thick balsa wood, because it will stiffen it all up properly. Stiffen the whole thing up. So a little bit of glue on there. And push the roof into the building shell. I've stiffened it, and then we can just put a piece of cardboard over the top to make the roof overhang a little bit. That would be good. Right, so we nearly have our little porter cabin. Now we've just put a couple of skids underneath there. Right, and then when that's dried, we'll get some little bit of black paint on those, and then we'll have our porter cabin. And then I've just got to make some little signs to say it's the office or give it a name. Right, so now we have our slightly improved dock area. A little bit of life going on there, porter cabin. That's looking better. Good. And there's Norcella, my old boat. And I put some rigging on the two little boats there. So we're looking good to go.